Hey guys, if you watched the last video, you would see that today was an absolutely uncomfortable day. And that for me says that there's something up. Now, I just want to give a shout out to my community, in particular with this trade. Big shout out to Ant Collier. He says, don't be so hard on yourself. And I responded saying, there must be something I'm not seeing. And he says, as long as you know why it happened, you're good. And just sitting with that for a second made me realize that what we're doing here gives reasoning as to why what is happening. And that for me is super powerful because that is over and above any other trader out there in terms of what they can offer. And that was such a big compliment from him. So thanks, Ant, for getting my head out the gutter there. But taking a loss is not okay in my world. I hate it. It ruins my morning, as you guys may have seen. But anyway, so students, I want you to pay attention to this. Community at large, feel free to watch. But what I'm picked up here is we could see a change in dominant trend direction, otherwise known as DTD. Coming down to here is at 75% on our time projection tool. And it came down to the 75% on our price projection tool. I just don't have it up here because it's see it in the Gantt square, and did the overshoot. Now, when it overshoots like this, there is a potential change in direction. And the exciting part about this is if it goes up in this direction, which it would be doing if it continues the uptrend, I mean, guys, have a look at this uptrend over here. It's the craziest thing anyone in your family or friendship circle has ever seen in their life. If the next point forms above 7, which it has to because that's what uptrends do, then we're going to see Bitcoin cross into the 40 or 50,000 within the next period of time. To measure time into where that might happen, go to this little tool, and it's called the date range. The date range goes from where you drop the first anchor to where you anticipate it to be next. Now, guys, I haven't done a full analysis on this. This is just out of interest. So 122 days means over the next 4 months, Bitcoin should pop into the higher realm, which means that whatever you're holding right now could really go up at least by 33% or more, just organically. That's without leverage trading and trading the account up in and alongside the account as a whole getting bigger. Can I get a whoop whoop? So let's just see how this unravels, but I think this gives explanation to what happened earlier today. And also, I mean, a loss really bites the ego and the emotions hard. But it's the gladiators like us that get back onto the horse and continue to look for solutions and resolve. And by doing so, then the market secrets reward us with what it actually is trying to do. So there's this strong potential dominant trend direction here for a continuation of the uptrend, well, once again, which is absolutely ballistic. And it'll happen over the next 3 to 4 months. Going down to the 512, which is our high cycle, it seems as if we got a higher high over here, and also the potential. Now, I haven't done this full analysis, but guys, if you've seen my YouTube material, you would know that it doesn't normally take more than 300% on the time projection tool for time to switch, for trend to switch. So we do have a potential trend direction change here as well. And if you look at this price action, and once again, I'll neaten it up, there is some confluence along this arc, which obviously is not a great place to trade anyway because it's within the accumulation zone. But with some tidying up, you can see that there is resistance again, arc 2, as well as the accumulation zone arc and the turbo 1 Gantt fan. Up again, if you have a look at this oscillator over here, it's really oversold. It has been for a while. We got a switch points over there, which actually makes sense. Guys, I think we just caught the trend directional change. This means move your accounts to BTC and let this puppy make your entire holdings bigger. Again, it came across, but generally the shape is up over there, which brings us to where we are now. I would like to see a higher high form above 3 here just to confirm it. And once the price goes down to the next lower low, I mean, we could do it now, but confirmation works for us best. Once price goes down to the lower low, I'm personally going to move my account across to BTC and then leverage trade it within the BTC ecosystem. So out of USDT and within the BTC as we climb up this uptrend that seems to be forming. So out of the difficulty comes the opportunity. So if I just, oh, there we go, that's even neater. I mean, ideally, you don't want to trade within the accumulation zone, guys, so confirmation is a safer way to go. We'll be consulting our best mate, MTOPS. So this misdirect that we got from him earlier wasn't his fault once again. The market structure wasn't correctly put in here. So the problem with the MTOPS criterion wasn't MTOPS criterion itself, it was the user. This was the problem. But now we've overcome that loss, which again was less than 5% of portfolio if you utilize our strategy, which we can recover in a few hours. Then we're going to see our count exponentially get stronger and bigger. So I've got my son making some noise in the background. He wants my attention. As you can tell, my mood is back on track. Thanks to Ryan, thanks to Ant, thanks to Matt for getting my head back on the rails. And like I said, guys, that's what community is about. We have each other's back. Through trying times, we stand together. We've helped each other out here, and it's going to benefit the collective. So very, very good, very, very good, and very, very good. All right, ciao, guys. I hope you enjoy this video, and I start getting excited. If this is an uptrend, we're catching it early in, which means the profits are going to exponentially get bigger and bigger and bigger.